To take note of the answer given by the Treasurer to a question I asked with regards to superannuation and the over $4 trillion worth of funds now resident in those funds. And it's very important that we recognise such thoroughgoing policy changes which actually have a material effect, a generational effect on people's lives. This was a Labor Party reform and was roundly criticised at the time by the Conservative side of politics for trying to socialise the economy. A massive transfer of wealth and income from corporate sector to working people, which has the benefit of alleviating the government of having to raise taxes to pay for people's retirement and giving people independent living in their retirement. A one-off generational reform that only a Labor government could institute. And of course, the Treasurer outlined the benefits with regards to the capital that's creating and allowing this country to make investments both domestically, which fosters job growth, and allows us to also invest overseas with foreign direct investment, and I would add probably has a material effect on the thinking of whether or not our allies, the United States, will raise tariffs given the injection of funds into that economy via those superannuation funds. So I think from time to time we need to take a deep breath, look back in history and see just what those reforms have meant for a country like Australia. A game-changing reform, a game-changing policy reform which will last into the future and be lauded as probably one of the greatest reforms in terms of a mature social democracy that Australia is. And again, it was the brainchild of the union movement, Bill Kelty working with Paul Keating to get that superannuation levy up. The idea that you would tell an employer that they have to compulsorily contribute 9.5, 10.5, 11.5, 12.5 would have been unthinkable a generation ago, but this is what governments are capable of if they have the will, and it would be highly, highly uncontroversial to say that both sides of politics should continue to support this into the future. And let's have none of this nonsense about us dipping into superannuation using cop-out excuses like people should have access to their money prior to retirement. It's there to fund people's retirement and independence in retirement so that they can have a good life and not have to rely on the pension alone. Again, credit to the Treasurer for the answer and more credit to the Labor government for instituting it.